Hey, welcome back to the channel. Got a little update here on the CNC router rebuild. All the motors from Stepper Online are in and operational. We've trammed all three axes around its range of motion, and those seem to be doing well. We got it set up in the UC CNC software and calibrated most of the machine with the dial indicator here. So our revolutions per travel is correct in the settings. Next is a little 3D scanning to machine a bed. I'm going to make an aluminum bed for this, and it's going to have an array of threaded holes for work fixturing. And then we can put a wasteboard on top of that too later if we want, or just use the aluminum plate bed. We'll laser that out. But I'm going to scan this and verify that all the measurements are okay before we make the CAD file for the laser aluminum bed. All the hardware electronics here are pretty much ready to go for the enclosure. The steel drawer style enclosure is at powder coat right now. The inside of that will get powder coated a gloss white, and then the outside is going to be this same kind of matte black that we had the other pieces, the exterior coated. Once that's done, all of these will move off of the cart into the drawer here, and it'll mount with the e-stop and everything. It'll be nice and tidy. You won't have a bunch of wires showing. And then the CNC, the spindle arrived. This is I'm not sure how you pronounce this. It's a Chinese spindle, but it's the Yang, I guess. They're pretty popular, and the reason I chose this one is because the VFD variable frequency drive it comes with is supported through the rapid change ATC product manufacturers. So if I want to add an automatic tool changer, an ATC to this, they support the programming of this VFD on their website, and they can assist with that. This is a liquid cooled 2.2 kilowatt spindle. There's liquid lines that come out. It is quite a bit heavier than the router that was here. We've got some new mounting plates and brackets, collets for the ER20 size spindle. Let's see here. Some of these water lines have started to run through. It's gonna be a tight fit, but I think we can fit everything, both water lines and then the wires for the spindle all fit through this IGUS drag chain here. So hopefully that'll be really tidy. We'll kind of keep the wiring out of the way there. And then I'm gonna have to make a new plate that mount the spindle itself. This one isn't terrible, but it's a little on the light duty side. It's only 125 thousandths thick aluminum, and looks like an extruded channel that someone's machined here. I'm gonna make a similar piece, but it's gonna be a lot thicker wall for the extra weight and just for bolting. This one had some really low profile screws that bolted in, and the heads were flush. And then when it panned, when the motion moved up and down, those screws, the heads were nearly touching the inside of the machine that it moves by. There's only, I don't know, 20 or 30 thousandths of clearance there. So we're gonna make this thicker, most likely 300 thousandths or so, and then thread this so I can bolt things into here and not have heads on the inside of the machine. We'll just have a little bit more stiff and sturdy mounting plate for that Z-axis and then the spindle. So this guy will end up, somewhere like that, and it'll be in the vertical orientation instead of like it sits on the workbench. But that gives you an idea of kind of what's going on. All the VFD water cooling and wiring programming will be in a different video. That's a whole project in itself. But I am repurposing this liquid TIG cooler. This was damaged in transit but still functional, and it is going to be a really nice robust unit for cooling the spindle rather than the pond pump they give you. This little pond pump isn't terrible, but that has a radiator built in and a nice reservoir, and it's just sitting there anyway. So we can purpose this into the cooling for the machine there. And then underneath we should still have room for our dust extraction for the boot that goes around the spindle and the tooling there. So that's the latest. We've got some limit switches started to wire those in. Those are ready to be programmed in the UC CNC software, which we'll cover that some more with the software and the cam side of things a little bit more on another video as well. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and check out some of my other projects with the V8 swap Mazda and some of the other things we're rebuilding around the shop here. If you're interested in tinkering, you're gonna like the channel. Thanks.